Record. Good evening, Wendy. I hope you had a great week. How are you?
Evening. Good evening, Chris. I had a wonderful week. I hope you did
Awesome. I
too.
like that top. Is it like a tie-dye, Wendy? Your
Hmm?
top, your top, it looks kind of tie-dye. It looks, I like that. Is it
Oh,
tie-dye like?
no, it's actually like an animal print, but pink.
Oh, okay, that's pretty. I like, is it like, it's like a plum color or pink or something?
It's a pink and like there's a little
Yeah,
lavender.
you know that the way that it comes up on your neck looks good with your haircut.
Thank
I know
you.
that's
Thank
weird, but
you.
I look at stuff like that.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
So listen, did you watch the BET Awards at all?
I did not, but what I did do, because there was so much buzz about it,
Oh,
about Taraji's opening act or whatever, right? She
uh,
hosted,
yeah,
Taraji P.
yeah.
So I had to look at least the opening performance when she first came out because
Right,
she
right.
made some digs about black jobs.
Oh yeah, she sure did. I loved it. I loved it. She told people about Project 2025 from the Heritage Foundation. You know what? And yes, I'm a Democrat. I don't have a problem with that. And you know what? They all crazy, but I'm gonna go with the less crazy ones. So you're gonna need to go ahead and read Project
Did
2025.
you watch it? You watched it?
What's what BET Awards?
Uh-huh.
No, I kind of scanned it. I don't really watch that anymore.
Okay.
It just
Okay.
it doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry. And I hate that they have polarized us to that point. And in the day, I mean, are the people that now produce all of it because we're not doing all of the producing anymore at all. And I
It used to be it would come on over and over again.
they replay it. Well, you know what? I guess because YouTube took over, they don't waste their time replaying it. They just
Yeah.
say YouTube do that part for them. So hey, listen, everybody, we just kind of jump right in because this is such a hot topic, but we need for you to like, subscribe, leave us a comment, and turn on that bell. Click that bell so that whenever we have new content, you will get a notification. Okay. We don't want you to miss anything because we come to you with some serious stuff sometimes.
Yes,
So
we do.
do that. Click that bell to subscribe. And we're trying to build up our community because you are our community. So please tell your friends, tell them to tell their friends so that we
Right.
can build up our community and continue to bring you some good content.
Right. Absolutely. And the more people you tell and the more you share and comment, the more we can share with you and have interesting guests and commentary.
Exactly, exactly. So Wendy, this week you said you didn't watch BET Awards, but you were getting ready to say you did something else.
Oh, I just watched the opening, Taraji's
Oh,
opening act because there was so much buzz about
okay, so this week, guys, we want to talk about women in their attire. And you made a since you brought up Taraji, her outfits were really nice. Did you see
it.
some of
Well,
her outfits?
no, I didn't. I didn't.
So,
The
so,
one
so
she came out in was kind of reminiscent of a rapper, the
right,
red
exactly. It was that whole vibe. Exactly.
Yeah,
She was fulfilling the vibe of the rap
she
genre in
came
the
out
early
hardcore.
days, exactly. But she wears the gowns and whatnot. She looked really nice, most of her outfits. But I just want to just and we're not going to belabor this point because it comes up every now and then. But we people are beautiful. Everybody, people are just beautiful in their own right. And sometimes the less is more. And I have to say, since we're talking about women's attire, whatever happened to leaving something to the imagination? I mean, that just went out the window because
Yeah,
and we won't even talk about the bonnets because we're gonna leave that to Monique. That's Monique's genre. We're not gonna talk about the bonnets. But we are gonna talk about the bodies. And the bodies, I mean, I am not body shaming anybody because you know what? Big, beautiful, little beautiful, in between beautiful, you're all beautiful, we're all beautiful. I'm not body shaming anyone. What I am going to do is just speak on, respect.
hmm
It's just like when you're working, you show up the way you want to be seen. And just think about that. You show up the way you want to be seen. So if you show up with all your butt cheeks hanging out, all your good parts, all your good stuff, you know. So what are you saying? How do you want to be seen? And Wendy, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I've listened to men on the internet on different podcasts and different TikTok videos.
Uh-huh.
I've seen those, and that's not what men want. Most men. There are some men that want, women that are half dressed or not dressed at all. But you know what? Those
Well, I think
are
it's crossed the line. It's
yeah,
crossed the line past sexy.
exactly. And Wendy, what are your thoughts on this topic?
Okay, well, from what I understand, a few names were mentioned. Tony Braxton, which Tony, I mean,
She
what
did.
is?
What she had on was really, it was cute.
Oh, you did see. Okay,
And Tony got body for body. She looks good, and I think she's about 56. And she looks better at 56 than some of these young girls look at 26. But she had on a Tony Braxton outfit, and maybe people will say I try not to equate age with clothing, but what I
hmm
equate with age is respect for yourself.
okay,
You know,
okay.
so
So
she,
you didn't think it was
I no, for performing, I thought it was fine. I did.
okay,
For
okay,
performing, it was a performance outfit, and
okay.
it was, what is that comedian's name that we were talking about earlier? That you said something real good about.
What is his
What?
name? Corey
Oh
Holcomb.
yeah, Corey Holcomb.
Mhm.
So Corey, I forgot exactly what he said, but he said she was showing all her pennies. Okay. She was, and I will say that it was a little short, and when she was shaking it, yeah, okay. So you've got to show up the way you want to be received, and
Yeah,
and that's real important, especially in this world today, because and especially for Black women. I'm just going to say it, especially for Black women, we already have a hill that we already have a mountain like Kilimanjaro to climb just in general. We don't need to have to climb that mountain twice because of the risque outfit that we have on. We had to go back down, come back up, and change clothes. That's a lot of work. Not doing it. Go up the right way the first time is what I say.
I was surprised at some of the ages of these women that they were talking about with these outfits. So, but it's they said that the older women were competing with the younger women. And
Do you think that they are with you, or do you think that they just want they're just trying to keep themselves relevant? What do you think?
well, yeah, I mean that too. That too. They're competing and they're trying to keep themselves relevant. Both. Okay.
Right.
Remember, think that Jennifer Lopez 2000.
Uh-huh.
It was the dress, the
Oh, the green
chiffon
the green
green
purple dress.
Versace.
Right, yes, the
It went
Versace.
down to her belly button. Oh, we were like, oh, but we
But
talked
remember,
about it for
Halle
days.
Berry wore it first.
What was that?
Halle Berry wore that dress first.
Did
Remember? I think she did that green dress. If I'm not mistaken, why am I thinking Jennifer Lopez is the first person to wear that? But maybe so. But anyway, we were a little taken back. It was a little,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was open at the bottom, and so that dress got a lot of press.
yeah, it did. It definitely did.
It
But
probably
but
made it.
and we thought that was out there and risque
Yes,
at the time. But
yeah,
what we see today is so far beyond that. It's absolutely mind-boggling. And
yeah.
you say, what were you thinking when you left the house that day? And what was your stylist thinking? And you
Well,
thought
I think that they were thinking, let's get as much press,
attention,
more press than Jennifer Lopez got. But let's go bigger and bolder. And I mean, it used to be like the side nipple. I mean, not side nipple, the side boob was like this
right,
thing,
right, right, right,
you know.
right. Now it's
And
the whole boob.
now,
Not the whole boob. Just show the whole boob. Hey, and what was I gonna say? Oh my god. Oh, what's her name? Little Mo. So you remember Little Mo from back in the day. So Little Mo was probably in her mid to late 40s, right? So
I don't.
and you see a portion of her outfit with the little shorty short things. It was, yeah, it was a little Mo, it was a little too Mo. It was just
And from what I understand, she's a singer, not a rapper, right? They
yeah,
clarified she's a singer.
yeah. And you know what? Everybody wants to look sexy and, but you can look like, Corey Holcomb is a comedian. So, he said some things that were a little outlandish to me, but he
Mhm.
was on point in terms of things like you can be sexy and be classy.
Yeah,
It's all about how you put it together. You can
yeah.
either be sexy, classy, or trashy and assy.
Oh,
It's either one, and
oh,
if you
that's got to be the name of this one.
okay, all right, sexy and trashy, or wait, sexy and classy, or trashy and assy.
Right, it's right. You got bars. Yeah, I remember just my old college roommate just going out. We were just hanging out and, young. And she says, I'm going to wear my hooker dress. He talked about prostitutes and women in the
What she
sex
was gonna
industry,
wear?
right?
What?
She said, I'm going to wear my hooker dress tonight. And, she would wear it, but then be super offended by anybody who said something out of the way to her.
And that's what they were saying on this
Yeah,
podcast. You can't come out like so we're gonna say this first. That because you come out like that does not give anyone the right to disrespect you
absolutely.
and put hands on you.
Absolutely.
But you can't come out like that and expect people to say, "Oh my God, that's such a lovely church outfit you have on."
Well, they
That
talk
was
about the attention, the attention that you're getting from men. Are they going to say, Corey Holcomb says something like, are you going to say, excuse me, ma'am, may I talk to you? Or are you going to say, hey, ho? I don't know. I don't know.
and
You got to be careful, though. You got to be careful
you
because
really do.
m-
And go ahead.
men in particular, are becoming more and more aggressive, right?
Oh,
Just
yes.
not right. So the urges and you don't want to bring on that kind of attention to yourself. Uh,
Exactly. You don't want to be the cause of it. And not that anyone should just assume something about you, but you have to still be a little bit more respectful of yourself and how you're putting things together. And and even if when you're in the entertainment industry, and
mm-hmm.
they tend to dress a little bit more risque. But the bad thing now is because of because of Instagram and TikTok and all that,
Yeah,
it's normal people walking around, showing ass all over the
yeah,
place,
yeah, yeah.
but it's
That's,
just
I think they said that was easier to do than to be classy.
exactly. And you know what kind,
It's
I want
thunder and lightning here. I'm sorry.
oh, that's okay. It stopped here. It started raining, but the thunder and lightning stopped. But I wanted to say this. Women that sometimes are, women that are a little bit risque, a little bit, more out there, and, they're dating this guy and whatnot, and the guy breaks up with them, and 2 months later, the guy's married to somebody else. Well, you got to say to yourself, what's different about me outwardly? Because you don't know the person necessarily personally. But when you look at the outward you, what's different about you than about that person? Because what I say is that guy used you for the time for what he needed to get from you, but it wasn't for a long time. The longtime person is a person that he got married to 2 months after he broke up because he was already seeing her because that's what he really wanted, but he was just trying to get the flair out of his system, and you were the flair or the flavor, whichever.
Okay. Okay. So, what about Lizzo? What did they said Lizzo got kicked out of the Lakers game?
Lakers game. Well, first of all, why you coming up in there with your butt cheeks out and you at a game where there are a lot of kids at? You have no respect for yourself. I'm sorry. And you have no respect for the people that are in the venue as well.
I think that maybe some other smaller women uh, maybe wore some outfits in there that
And they
they
don't have
got
no
away
respect.
with.
They got no respect. Well, Lizzo had a little bit too much running around there, but the other ones have no respect for themselves either.
Yeah,
And no respect for the people
yeah,
around
yeah.
around.
Put your bits. your private bits up, I think, is the
Yeah, what happened to, leaving something to the imagination?
something to the imagination. I
I just
mean, even burlesque dancers use feathers and things. Okay.
exactly, they cover up and show a little of this, a little bit of that.
Right. It's a little tease to this thing.
And
So
what example are we setting for our younger sisters out there? What example
yeah,
are we setting for them? They're all on the internet as well, you
yeah,
know? And I can see when I'm outside, out and about, the example is not a good example. And ladies, before you say, oh, you're just a prude. No, we're not prudes. I have a very lovely top on that definitely isn't a prudish top, and neither is the one that Wendy has on. But what we are is ladies with that respect ourselves. Okay, you have to know what to share, how much to share, and when to share it.
yes, yes. And
Today,
he also talked about, which was a very good point, Corey Holcomb, that he went out with a young lady that was dressed. So now you got to fight, or you feel like you have to,
because you don't want people
provoke
disrespecting
some.
the woman that you're with. She got all her everything hanging out, and you didn't know she was coming out like that. But now you don't want people to disrespect her. So what do you say, Wendy? You got to fight.
You gotta, I mean, you gotta almost fight to go out with this woman because she's getting the wrong kind of
Attention.
attention.
Yes.
Yeah,
So ladies, I just want to say, we don't want to belabor this point, but you know what? You can be sexy and classy and look, like $1,000,000. And you don't have to show everything that you have. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
What do you
right.
think, Wendy?
Well, I think that I thought it was more of a female rappers that did that, provocative dress. I think they maybe started it. But I just would not expect that for the BET Awards. Now, do they need to start having like like
But
when the girls go to the prom, we gotta have like some standards.
you gotta remember the BET is a ownership that's not 100% African American owned. So there's a large, I think, 50, is it 51-49? I forgot what the split is, but we've got other people in there now, and unfortunately, other people always want to show us in the most denigrating light possible. We somehow or another get confused and think, oh, we look good. Everybody's looking at us. Duh. No, yeah, they're looking at you. They're looking at you like you're a fool for letting
Yeah.
for being exploited by, the very people that have exploited um our ancestors their entire lives.
Mhm.
So
Our bodies are their lives. So okay, so now we're showing vaginas in our dresses. So
yeah,
what next? I mean, what's
exactly.
the next level?
You wearing something so see-through, you have a thong on. Well, you might as well just take off and just have the thong on with your bra top. It's a bikini at that point. And you know what? In the right place, it's fine. You're at a beach, not at an award show. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
yeah,
Don't kill the messenger. Just listen to the message.
yeah. But I mean, these people are wealthy. They're not listening to us, so they're doing their thing. And maybe there's some type of method to the madness. I
Well,
don't
we,
know.
well, we want the people, the regular people. I'm really appealing to the regular people. Don't follow, the entertainers. They can do that. They
Yeah,
walk out. That's one day for them. But I
right.
see people making it their life. This is, what, where do you work at? Oh, do you work? I'm sorry.
And that's what he said too. He said that, the sex industry, that's how they separated themselves from everybody else with the, elaborate, very
Right,
sexual.
they dressed the way they wanted to show up.
Right.
They wanted to show up like someone that's looking to sell something.
Exactly,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
That's with them. You know what I
Right.
mean? So yeah, you
So
show up
when you get dressed, what are you selling?
exactly. Exactly.
That's the thing.
What are you selling?
What are you selling?
Well, Wendy, this has been a good conversation. I hope we have enough people out there, that are listening to us. And I know there are other women and mothers and aunts and sisters and cousins who think this, and even uncles and fathers and brothers, you know, and nephews who think the same exact.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think we just need to keep talking about it and letting people know you're beautiful. You don't need to expose yourself, you know, in a way that degrades you. You are beautiful.
absolutely,
Any shape,
absolutely.
any size, you're beautiful. Beauty is on the inside. It shines from outside, from inside to the outside. It's
That's
not.
right. That's right. So don't make yourself look like low-hanging fruit that it is for free.
No, wait, Wendy. I think you said those women don't even realize they're low-hanging fruit. And you know what? Listen to this, guys. That goes back to what I just said about the young lady who dates this guy. She's a bit risque, a bit out there, whatever. And then he breaks up with her, and 2 months later, he's married to someone else. Okay,
Mm.
that's an example right there.
Self-esteem.
Exactly,
Self-esteem. Yes,
exactly. So,
absolutely.
guys, it's been great as always. You know, once we say, and always we say, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the bell so that you don't miss any content that we provide. But once again, uh, ladies, you know, let's talk to our young sisters out there and help them understand that they don't need to expose themselves like the entertainers do on a daily basis in order to be seen. You're seen anyway, you just don't realize that. You are already being seen. You do not need to dress in that manner to be seen.
Right.
Mhm.
That is correct. That's absolutely correct.
Any parting thoughts, Wendy?
I just hope everybody has a great week and come back and thank you for listening. Come back and listen to us next time.
Hey guys, we are going live. We keep saying that, but we don't want you to give up on us. We are going live. The next time we come to you, we will be live and we will let you know in advance that we're going live. Okay? We will. I will. I'm definitely going to do that. I'll let you know.